So yeah, that's how we gonna do that. You already know that's how we gonna do that right there. Uh, Fly, how's the new controller been holding up? Oh, how's day? I forgot to even make a video about that, about the controller. I said I was gonna make a week review video about the new controller. It's been about what? About 2-3 weeks now, almost a month. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The controller's been good. I've been using it every day. You know what I'm saying? It's been holding up and stuff like that. No issues, no problems, anything like that. Um, I like the form factor. Y'all already know. I like the form factor of a PlayStation controller or whatnot. Um, it took a while, and I'm still trying to get used to it because y'all got to realize I've been playing with the Scuff Envision Pro for so long, so long that it was just second nature, and I just got so used to it. One thing, there's a couple things I don't like about this controller. The finish of this controller is very smooth, very, very smooth. As you can see, I had to add some grips onto the side and stuff like that. Cause my hands sweat a lot. I don't know why, but my hands sweat a lot when I play. And that's why y'all always be seeing me like touching over here to the side because I be turning this fan on and off. Cause sometimes it be getting cold as hell with this fan on. But then when I be playing and I start sweating, I gotta turn this bad boy back on. So with the smooth surface of the finish on there, I didn't like that. So I had to add some grips on there and stuff like that I got off of Amazon or whatnot. The buttons and everything like that is very responsive. Nothing has broke or anything like that. Another thing that I had to do, the back paddles, it comes with 4. And one thing that I got so used to with the Scuff was that the Scuff back paddles are more flush with the overall back part of the controller. These paddles are more lifted up. So these paddles really didn't start feeling comfortable until I add this grip pad, and this grip pad adds like another little, centimeter, 2 centimeters or whatever, but it adds enough of a lift where I really don't feel the back paddles until I press them. Now, another thing is that I had to take the 2 top ones off because the 2 top ones, their position and where they sit at and stuff like that, I kept on hitting them on accident. So this is how the back of my controller looks like right now. You know what I'm saying? It looks just like that or whatnot. But other than that, though, build quality and stuff like that, everything is running just fine. Right out the box, my Scuff controller had a little bit of stick drift or whatnot, because I run everything at 0. Even with that little bit of stick drift, I still ran everything at 0. You feel me? This controller right here has no stick drift at all. Not saying that it's not going to build stick drift over time, but right out the box, though, has no stick drift. My Scuff controller has stick drift right out the box. Even when it comes to, and it could be a placebo effect, but even when it comes to just like me, shooting enemies first and stuff like that, I don't know, it just feels more snappier on this controller than what it felt on the Scuff controller. Like I said, it could be a placebo effect, but it does though. It actually does. You know what I'm saying? I like the weight of it. It's very light. My Scuff controller is very light too as well, but this is very light. Me personally, y'all got to realize something. I like to have a small controller in my hand. You know what I'm saying? I just like to have a very small controller in my hand because I feel like I have more control over it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I just like to have a very small controller in my hand. But other than that, though, I mean, everything is running just fine. I seen some comments in my previous video when I unboxed it. A lot of people saying that the back paddles is going to break and all this old stuff. They haven't broke yet. I can see where they say that because it's like all plastic bits and stuff like that. Over time, anything that's plastic will break and stuff like that. So I see where they say that, but I haven't had no issues with it. It's running just perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like how they give you a lot of different I don't know what y'all call this stuff, analogs or whatever to mix and match and stuff like that. For the longest, I used to run Control Freak and stuff like that for the longest. But the one thing I never liked about the Control Freak that I had, it always felt like my thumb will be slipping off the control freak over time. I like how the stock controller analogs that they provide, they got like rigid edges on the side and stuff like that, where my thumb feels like it's always there and it never like slips or anything like that. Cause like I said, my hands, I don't know why, but my hands, they sweat a lot when I play and stuff like that. They just do. You know what I'm saying? So, you got that. Every game that I played so far, though, like I said, it felt good. It felt good. Still, some way got to get used to it. I don't know. It's very particular, right? Once you get so used to a certain controller and how you hold it and the size of the controller and the weight of the controller, it takes a while for you to get used to another controller. Even though the buttons and everything is pretty much in the same location, just that little bit of thickness or that little bit of, bulge here or that little bit of whatever here or that little bit more attention in the analogs on this controller versus our looser controller, all that stuff takes time to get used to and stuff like that. And, I still feel like, I'm still getting used to the controller. Do I feel like my aim is better? I don't know. I mean, my aim always sucks, so that's tough. My aim's always been shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, I'm getting the same amount of kills that I always get, so it's like whatever. But the form factor though, the reliability so far, and plus the price too as well. Like I said, this was only $130 or whatnot. That's not too bad for a official, PlayStation 4 controller that's modded out and stuff like that, to a somewhat pro controller or whatnot. That's not bad. So I rock with it. I rock with it. Like I said, I'm sure there's other controllers out there that's better. I'm sure there's other controllers out there that could do the job better or whatever. But from me having a Scuff Envision Pro for a year and a half until me having this Hex Gaming controller, I must say, I really do like it. I like it. I like it a lot more than what I did with the Scuff. Because like I said, if the Scuff Envision Pro did not have that garbage-ass software that you have to use with the controller, I'll still be using that controller. But since that software is required to run that controller, I had to get me a different controller. I had to get a different controller. So I'm satisfied with my purchase. I like it. Like I said, if anybody want to send me a controller, anything like that to review, I'll be glad to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be glad to do that. But for right now, though, this bad boy right here, though, I'm enjoying. I'm definitely enjoying this bad boy. You feel me? Like, I'm definitely enjoying this bad boy. Definitely a great product. Definitely a great product. Definitely for the price and performance and stuff like that. Definitely a great product. I don't know. Maybe I might give y'all a video 6 months from now, a year from now, or if something breaks or anything like that, I'll definitely let y'all know. But yeah, I like the controller though. It's a good controller, man. You know what I'm saying? Right out the box, like I said, no stick drift, no crappy ass software that I got to deal with, anything like that. Everything is just working. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm having fun with it. I'm liking it.